everybody, it's Matt Shoup, and I'm the M&E Painting, and I'm here alone today. We're going to be doing Meet the Team, and we've got some questions prepared that people have asked me over the years, so clients and vendors and friends and people that just want to know more about our story. So I'm going to be answering those today so you can get to know me a little bit more and get to know a little bit more about the history of our company. So thanks for tuning in. Let's get going. Yeah, the M&E story, how M&E Painting started is, I've been an entrepreneur since I was a young kid. I was 9, 10 years old, shoveling snow for the neighbors and mowing lawns and selling candy bars. And, I worked really hard through middle and high school at hourly jobs, and I always just had an interest in business. So I graduated Loveland High, and then I went to attend CSU in 1999, Colorado State University, and I was in an early morning biology class. I barely made the class. It was one of those 8 a.m. classes that you don't make all the time. And a guy comes into the class and handed out these little sign-up cards, and he was talking about a summer internship where you could learn about business, do it with somebody else's money, and then he started throwing some numbers around in terms of potential earnings that you can make in the summer. Was very intrigued by the numbers that he threw out there, so I filled out the card, and I was recruited by a college painting company called College Works Painting. So I spent 4 years while I was at Colorado State University, majority of the time in the spring and summer, learning about the house painting business. And that was my introduction to the business. And I guess the promise I made to myself when I graduated was that I was going to use all of those skills and go do something different. I'm going to take all these skills and go apply them to something else. So I was, as a young kid, I was very money driven and wanted to go out and be successful, and a lot of my friends were measuring that with how much they made. So I was hearing a lot about the mortgage business, about how all of these guys and gals are making lots of money in the mortgage business, and it seemed pretty easy. So I actually graduated CSU in 2003, had close to $200,000 in debt. So I made a lot of money painting homes in college, but just spent way more than I made and had really no financial blueprint for managing money, and jumped into the mortgage business. And I absolutely hated the mortgage business. Didn't like what I saw. There's some fraudulent activity and some things that I questioned, and they said, hey, you can either ask questions or you can make money, but you can't do both. This is back in like 2003 and 4. So I end up in 2005, early 2005, it was March, had been married about 7-8 months. I get laid off from a mortgage banking job. They had a new director, new manager came in, and he cut a bunch of people loose that day, including me. So he called me, and I thought to meet me and maybe want to get to know me a little bit. He said, Matt, put all your stuff in a box. And I turn around in my office, they're turning off my computer, and they're actually starting to pile some of my stuff up together. And that's March 2005. I'm close to $200,000 in debt. I'm recently married to my college sweetheart. We just bought a home, so we've got bills, we've got commitments, I've got payments, and had to do something really quickly to make money. And I had 28 days to make $2,800. I remember the days and the dollars, and I said, all I know how to do, and I swore I'd never do it, is I know how to paint houses. So I went out with my last 100 expendable dollars and opened up a business account, and that's how M&E Painting started. What does the M&E stand for? It really simply stands for Matt and Emily. Like I said, I got laid off, mid-afternoon. I have a 12-minute drive home, and I'm somebody who really, you guys know me here, I take action. I just do things. A lot of times I do, and then I think later. I didn't know what to name the company. I did not sit down and have a business marketing strategizing session. I said M&E Painting. I thought the red, white, and the blue logo looked really good. I didn't have a logo for probably the first year. I literally started the company. I had these little crooked cut business cards, and yeah, it was Matt and Emily, and I just went out and started hustling. I didn't really think about what the name meant or the degree that it would become established in the community today. But yeah, we designed our logo I think towards the end of 2005, and it looks pretty cool. So as I mentioned before, I met my wife Emily in college. We met right after my 21st birthday, and I knew the minute, the second I met her, I'm gonna marry this girl. And she goes, well, slow down, I don't know about you. took her a little bit longer, but we dated very seriously. It was my senior year of college, her junior year of college, and then I graduated and was making my professional transitions, and we got married in 2004, August 2004. And Emily and I actually, believe it or not, we worked together in the business. So she did some of the office management and some of those things, and her goal was never to be in the business. She's wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. So we found out that Riley was coming in 2007, so she jumped out of the business, and he was born, and that was a cool transition, becoming a dad, and now having to run the business, thinking about, okay, it's like Emily and I, we can figure out how to support ourselves, but we've got like this little guy, we've got to keep him alive and fed and changed and supported. And then Haley was born 3 years later in 2010. So that's our family. It's Emily and I and the two kiddos. They're now 10 and 7. It's crazy. We look back to some of the marketing, we put them on billboards and mail outs and everything, and it's been fun. And really, outside of work, we just like to hang out as a family. I love my family time with the kids. We like to travel. I did a study abroad semester in Spain, and we like to get back there and travel, back to Spain a lot. And I'm involved as a children's jiu-jitsu instructor at the Jiu-Jitsu Academy where I train. That's been a big part of my life. So really, between working and family and raising kids and a little jiu-jitsu, little travel, that's our life. It keeps us busy. Gosh, what's been company's proudest moment? I've actually got a couple of them. So one of our one thing that our company really focused on, and it kind of happened a little bit by accident, is we were nominated for an award back in 2009, and we just ended up receiving 4, and then from that going and applying for more business awards. So over the years, again, this kind of comes back to thought it was all about me. I said, let's go see how many awards we can get as a company. But honestly, one of the proudest moments was beginning of last year, so 2017. But there was a big one from the Better Business Bureau that you can't just apply for that award. You can't go fill it out and just win it because you applied. And we won it last year, and it was really cool because Casey, she's on the other side of the camera, our marketing director. You went out, you applied for that, you went through, and that's a crazy involved process. You just sat on the judging panel, so it was really cool to see just the progression of the company and the point it got to, where you have a company that stands for ethics, and how much more important can you can have everything else in business. If you don't have ethics, you're going to lose, period. So to see that you went out and won that, and that we were able to represent that in the community was super cool. Yeah, so that was really one of our proudest moments to be able to be recognized with that. And just kind of small things I see is, we've experienced getting to know customers over time. We recently just had a client and a good friend who passed away. We have our clients, they go through these life transitions. Kids get married, and now they're calling us to paint, and being able to be a part of their lives. And you'll mention to me, or Melanie will mention to me, hey, so-and-so's birthday's coming up, let's send them flowers. Or this client, they just opened a business. So just being able to do that's really cool. It just makes me happy. Well, hey, thanks again, everybody, for joining another episode of Meet the Team. And today it's just me, Matt Shoup, the president of M&E Painting. So to check out more episodes of Meet the Team, as well as some of our other videos on our YouTube channel, as well as going to our website, just click on the links. They're probably putting them right over my face. And until next time, this has been Meet the Team, and we'll see you soon.